Hello, Soul Tribe. Always great to connect with you. Oh, I'm so happy to be doing this reading for you. I really enjoy our connecting time together, and am so appreciative of all the support, all the love that you've shown me, encouragement and inspiration, and I just hope that my readings make a difference for you. A lot of you say that they do, and that touches my heart. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Soul Insights and Tarot. I'm Michelle. I upload weekly, sometimes twice a week, but for sure weekly. Trying to get my schedule so that I can do more. But for now, this is my offering for you. So we're going to be looking at the next 7 days. Now, this reading, I talked about this on my Patreon because I had people saying, would you bring back the weeklies? For the geared for 7 days, 7 or 10 days. So I'm listening and I'm doing this. What I'm looking at is the overall arching energy where we're at cosmologically, universally, where we're at in the awakening, and then distilling it for the year and the month, and then tuning in for this week. However, because in a sense it is a timeless reading, so we're all at different timelines and different intersections on those timelines. Someone could be watching this 2 weeks from now, a month from now, 6 months, a year, or 5 years, and the messages could be relatable to you and helpful for you. So you really just need to trust your intuition. My objective here is just to open up to what is best for guidance, support, and to give a bit of a heads up as to whatever is happening energetically and what you can expect in interactions with other people and what kind of situations will be coming up. So I'm going to slow the video down or stop it, and so that you can get a closer look at the cards. And wow, I'm definitely getting it's going to be a busy week. It's busy 7 days coming up because I'm getting a lot of different influences coming in. So this is going to be interesting to see. I'm definitely feeling that there's a shift, a change in the energy pattern for many of you. So things could be speeding up, or you might be drawing in some desire or wish coming in more quickly, because I'm already getting the messages and drawn to the cards even before I've paused the video so you can look at the cards. So before we do that, I just want to tune in a little bit and feel the energy and align more. And I invite you to do that when the video stops and you can look at the cards. Is take a breath in, a deep conscious breath in, and then pause at the top of the breath. And then consciously breathe out, becoming very aware of the heart chakra, the heart center. This is a very magnetic center for us. When we're operating on coherence, it draws to us the right people and right situations. There I can feel the heart energy now coming back. Yeah, so we're just going to connect heart to heart. And the next conscious breath in, you're going to breathe up above the crown chakra, connecting into the soul star chakra. You'll feel a natural pause point. And breathing out all the way down through the soles of the feet. Deeper down, deeper, deeper. Really anchoring your energy out and to connect into the earth star chakra. So you're really centering and grounding, and then bringing your energy upward and outward. Back into that soul star chakra, so you can feel that your awareness is extending and expanding, yet you're feeling very rooted and grounded. Heart chakra open, connecting heart to heart, soul to soul. All right, let's look at the cards. High Soul Story number 1. If you chose the Buddha, this is your reading. Whoa, I am like super high, super expanded from that mini meditation. I could just feel all these energies coming in before I did the meditation and breath work. So there's definitely going to be a lot going on. You chose this Buddha. Now this particular Buddha is it's actually the laughing Buddha. And he's got his little knapsack. He's traveling along. Got everything he needs within and attracting everything. So I feel for you this week is going to be about the next 7 days, let's say it like that. Kind of seeing the joy in things, maybe laughing things off. I do feel there's going to be much more movement. There's a lot more things picking up. There's going to be a lot of perhaps errands, things that you need to do, phone calls, a lot of last minute stuff too. You're going to be saying in the next like 7 days, where did the time go? Where did the time go? Let's see where it's going. So we're going to look at tarot, some oracle cards, and maybe let's do the astro dice too. Put that in. All right. So the first card you got was the Two of Swords. Oh, let's see. Let's do this way. I'm getting the messages this way. Okay, I see why. You've got the Five of Wands. I remember I said a lot was going to be happening. So Five of Wands, it could be competition, but it's also a lot to do. It's persistent effort. It's persevering. It's definitely when you get the Five of Wands, you're doing stuff. Stuff's happening. Then you've got the Nine of Wands. And then the Wheel of Fortune. So this is really important for you. And I think I'm going to turn the cards over. The Five of Wands. The Nine of Wands. So this is like you're on the right track. It's just if you feel like there's competition or you have a lot to do or you need to get more motivated or now you're feeling more motivated. This is also about moving beyond struggle and strife. This is about looking at life as things you need to do. You have to persevere. You have to have persistent effort. So for you, that next 7 days brings a lot to do with persistence, with effort, with following through. And without being cut off or defensive or hardening, being strong and being inspired. Following that one thing that inspires you or kind of gets you, you know. Some of you may feel like, oh, I got a lot to do. There's a lot kind of gaining on me, but I'm ahead of it. Now, what's really interesting is it turns the Wheel of Fortune, which means that whatever you're doing creates an upswing in your life. Now, this could be increase in money or time or a little bit of extra time to relax or vacation, you know, after this push of this 7 days. So there is a big push that's happening for you that you're doing. You have to do it yourself. This is not going to happen on its own. I can see why you got the Buddha, because you're going to have to be a bit like the Buddha, you know, meditate, be relaxed, centered, do what you can while you have to get a lot done, or you feel like you're under the gun. There's a lot with somehow your routine is changing. So there's a lot to do. There could be a lot of ideas, a lot of downloads coming through. But this is preparing for big changes in your life or some big decisions that are coming up in the next few months. The next card you got was the Page of Cups. Okay, so there's offers that are very emotionally nurturing for you. And this is also trusting your intuition. So I feel like the next 7 days you're going to know, is this right for me or not right for me? Is this paying off for me? Is this bringing me a feeling of fulfillment or not? And I feel everything that you're working towards, soul story number 1, is for a better payoff, is for a more fulfilling life. You really want that fulfillment in your life. Let's move this over. Oh, and then you got the Seven of Wands, courage. And then you got the King of Swords. So that's what I'm saying, dispassion. It's like passion, like inspiration to get things done, motivation. But you're not, even if you get a little like depressed or, you know, overwhelmed, you're going to snap out of it. You're not going to be wallowing in it. And ultimately what it brings is a peace of mind. The Two of Swords has a lot to do with peace of mind. A lot of times tarot readers say indecision, but It's really not. Just like the Justice card, which can be decisions, but they're decisions that are, like in the Justice card, they're decisions that are made from a higher order. Maybe universal justice or justice outside yourself, or what fairness. It's not about being petty. And the Two of Swords with the Moon card there, and it's a new moon, so that to me it's telling me new beginnings. Something new is beginning for you, some kind of new understanding, new connection, new direction. But the decisions you're going to be making, not just by logic and reason, like this King of Swords, and you could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or that there could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your life, or those time periods, those seasons, astrological seasons could be key for you. It's like the King of Swords gets things done. It's the male aspect of analyzing reason, but just getting things done that you have to get done. But you are going to have the motivation in this cycle to get things done. What's also going to be brought in, though, to this King of Swords is the idea of, is this fulfilling for me? Does this bring emotional fulfillment? Is something too harsh for me? Do I need to pull back a little bit? Now, this Page of Cups also does bring some kind of opening or offer within the next 7 days that is not just fulfilling and beneficial, but it brings some kind of emotional fulfillment, not just financial. So I do see that you are in some kind of building phase. There's something that you're building, that you're creating from the mind. Okay, because the King of Swords has a lot to do with the mental realm, right? Being that it's ruled by air signs. Gemini again, right? Libra and Aquarius. So you could be quite the thinker, or being required to think a lot. Now let's see we're going to see what area is going to be most affected. What energies and what area in your life. The second house, finance. Your assets, finances, and the things that you value. So this is all about setting you up financially. So this is act on that great idea, write it down, draw it out. Maybe need to do a business plan, or like lean canvas, putting it on paper. There are people to reach out to. With that King of Swords, it could also be that there's important communication that's coming about ideas, perhaps financially, or ideas because you're feeling good about yourself, ideas that you want to put out there in the world. Or there could be some kind of connection or collaboration. And then we've got Virgo, the energy around you. Here we go. Dutiful, hesitant, humble, with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. Well, what I get by the card of Virgo is that you're planting seeds. Because you're planting seeds for a harvest. So this week is a lot about work and money and routine, maybe health. It's about your day-to-day activities. That's what's being highlighted. Your work week. Okay, this is a lot about the focus on the work week to get things going to a new level. Whether you work for someone else or you work for yourself. Okay, you got church, temple, mosque. Recognize your spiritual authority. Well, that is also the King of Swords. The King of Swords recognizes his own inner authority by analyzing himself, looking at himself, the male aspect of himself. Like, how am I out there in the world? How am I going out there in the world? How best to communicate? So this is also that saying for the next 7 days is really, we could say 7 to 10 days, really a lot about trusting what you get. The vibes that you get, the thoughts that you get, the ideas that you get, and to follow through. I keep getting a lot with you, soul story number 1, about following through. So this 7 days on is about following through. Then you've got light codes. Ooh, travel awaits you. Now remember I said this could be traveling also. Because it's got the bag, which is usually the traveling Buddha. I think I had this in my car. But he's having a good time. So whether you're traveling in your mind with ideas or writing, maybe you're a prolific writer, writing poetry or songs, or maybe you're writing, I don't know, PowerPoints or something, but it's like these light codes. It's very interesting because I just did a Patreon video on the light codes, because we're working with those. I'm about to do a offering a sound healing session on them, and workshop. So something within you, I think with this Wheel of Fortune, that you're starting to attract differently. You're probably starting to attract people that are more in alignment with you. So travel also is telling me movement. Things are going to be moving. If they've been stuck or stagnant, things are going to move. Cup of replenishment. There we go. Gold. Yeah, so you're either getting some award, reward, a financial increase, or you're seeing how things are starting to pay off and the trajectory of where you're going. So all in all, this is a really positive next 7 days, 7 to 10 days. There's a lot of promise in what you're doing. Passion, love for life. Yeah, this is about your passion. With all of those wands, it's passion, but with the King of Swords, you now have a focal point. You have a focal point for your passion. I want to play with the Kipper. I've got Lenormand and now I got Kipper. That I want to bring in. I'd use them for myself, but I'm like, oh, I want to bring that in. Okay, let's see. We got 2 cards. Oh, wow. Sharing your gifts within community. Sharing your gifts within the community. So you're finding the place where to share your gifts and to receive back, whether it's validation, appreciation, money. You're looking at, where do I want to go now? What's the next step? What's the next level? And you're putting in the work and the time to do that. All right, let's see the Astro dice. And we'll be finished. Wow, 11th house, community. Aries in Neptune. Now, you're not going to be able to see this because with the camera. So just trust me. It's Neptune and Aries in the Neptune and Aries in the 11th house. Now it just switched to Mercury. So I'm going to take both of them, Neptune and Mercury. Talk, speak, share, say your truth. Say what you really need, what you want with your friends, your family, your community, at office, the workplace. Now, isn't that weird? My throat started getting scratchy. So, speaking your truth, speaking up, saying what you think, what you really need, dare to be different. Whatever, you're attracting a group of people that can hear it, can handle it, will welcome you. Some of you, this could be a new job that you're going after, or you're seeing you need to leave a particular job and go for something else. So Aries is go for it. It's about the self. It's about move forward. And so you've got all this wand energy, spiritual energy, passion, igniting your passion, literally vitality, having the energy to follow up, follow through. But you've also got the King of Swords. So it's about your idea. You're very focused on what it is that you want to do. So keep that focus. All right, your Soul Insights mantra to support you on your path at this time is this community there. I listen to my inner truth, I follow my inner truth, and I speak my inner truth. Some of you, I listen to my inner truth, I hear my inner truth, I listen to my inner truth, I speak my inner truth, and I live my inner truth. So some of you have been speaking it, and now it's about living it more, and some of you, it's also about speaking it. All right, soul lights, let me know how this resonated for you. Keep shining bright. Hello, soul light. If you chose this deity, you have a lot going on. So this is all about balance. I'll put it up a little closer so you can see. The hands are going, dancing. There's different things that she's holding in her hands. It's dancing through life, but it's also about balancing and, in a sense, juggling. But it also has to do with just the joy of life and having this amazing divine spiritual play of consciousness, right? This interplay of consciousness and moving through life and balancing it. So there could be something for you about movement, getting movement, having more movement, things begin to move. But when I chose this deity, I definitely was thinking, wow, this soul story group is going to have a lot to balance the next 7 days. And I would say even the rest of the year, that you're hitting some kind of activation point where your effort, what you've been doing is hitting some kind of juncture where stuff starts jump starting. Another way of saying this is you've been planting seeds and now they're sprouting. You've been visualizing a lot. You've been putting a lot out there in the, I want this. And you not only have you been intending things, really living more intentionally, you've been doing the actual work. And that's also why I chose these cards. I don't know what it did individual cards, but I chose this deck, As Above is So Below. There's 2 decks in this series. One is for the more spirit realm, and the other is more the mundane or material plane, the earth plane. And I'm definitely getting you're doing a lot on the earth plane. So let's see what's coming up for you. You've got the 3 of Cups. Oh yeah, you were the one that got. I chose 7 cards for 7 days, but you got an 8th card, and I went ahead and took it because I don't feel there's any mistakes when I'm doing readings. Like if some card pops out or flies out, I know that's a message, because my guides and my connection to God, the spirit is kind of woo. My Mercury is in Leo conjunct Uranus, right? Pluto conjunct my sun. So I manage a lot of high voltage energy. People used to call me 220 watt. So I know something jumps out. So 3 of Cups. So there's a lot of sharing coming up for you in the next let's say 7 to 10 days. But this next week, there's something that's going to be very sweet and fulfilling and inspiring for you. Something that you feel that it could be a new friendship blossoming, a kindred spirit. There could be friends of yours that you haven't seen in a long time, or that hang out with you or want to hang out with you, make plans. Basically, I feel that your heart is opening more. There's an amazing heart opening, or softening is what Spirit's saying. There's a heart softening. Oh, heart opening, but something is softening in you. There's like a relaxing about where you're going or your life. So your buds, your soul buds, your kindred spirits, your homies, your friends, whatever you want, are going to want to hang out with you more. They're going to want to see you more. I feel people have always really gravitated towards you and liked you and loved you. Well, I think you're going to be feeling that more. And that starts the next 7 days from now, from when you're watching this video. The Hermit, Virgo energy. I feel that has to go here too, so you can see that. The Virgo. So you're coming out of something. Soul story number 2. Maybe you're going to be more social. There could be some invitations coming up. 6 of Wands, success. Let's see where this goes. Knave of Chalices. Page of Cups. Hangman, Pisces energy. So there could be Virgo, Pisces. There's a Virgo, Pisces polarity energy there. So whatever you do, you need time to tune within, tune in. You're getting a new perspective. And I feel you're going to be very social starting now into the next 7 days. But I feel like this whole year, actually, you're turning a corner on that. Some of you are writers, or you're doing something on your own and then you're putting it out publicly. And then you've got the Knight of Swords. So this is some kind of influence that's coming in. I feel like this next week something's going to upset your kind of contemplative time. Now that doesn't mean you're going to be thrown off, but you're going to be hermiting amongst people. In other words, you're connected to your wisdom, you're centered, but there's more activity. I feel invitations coming to you. And then we've got the 6 of Swords, which is communication. It's moving away from troubles, things that bothered you. and it's a sense of lightening up. And then we've got the King of Swords. Now that is interesting because I didn't look at these cards at all. And Soul Story number 1 got the King of Swords. So maybe there's a theme this week or the next 7 days. 7 days, 7 to 10 days. King of Swords, communication, speaking, using your mind. So there's a lot of ideas that have been germinating for you. I get Pisces energy here, Virgo. So there could be a Pisces and a Virgo, or you have Virgo in your chart, which activates the Pisces, or your Pisces activating the opposite complementary sign of Virgo. Also, I'm getting Libra energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy also. So there's a lot to do with acting or moving forward on ideas and welcoming some kind of leadership position also. People are seeing you is what I'm getting. You're being seen for what you are, what you're doing, and you're achieving something. So some of you, this could be a review, raising pay. It's a review that goes well. But now with that Pisces energy here, the Hangman, I would say about midweek. Okay, so we're looking 7 days, 7 to 10 days, whatever you're comfortable with. So in the middle of the next 7 days, you're gonna get a different a viewpoint, a different perspective on things, and have a bit of a different approach, which I feel you're going to move from that Knave of that Page of Cups of wondering about things and contemplating and looking at things, maybe doing readings, into action, the Knight of Swords. You're going to hit on something. So if the next 7 days start slowly, it does pick up. Oh, look at this email. I was just going to say messages, right? And I think I did say messages. Be mindful of the messages you send, email, but that's also the messages you receive. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of texting or email with you, a lot to do. I'm hearing answer the call. That's from Spirit. Answer the call. But answer your calls, return your calls, return your emails, work on your emails. That's important for you. There's some stuff you need to do with the email. Texting, return the text, a lot of you, it's actual email. So it could be business stuff that you need to just tie up, wrap up, and move on. You are in a bit of a completion cycle in the next 7 days. And then you've got pause to receive healing. That's the Hangman, and that's also the Hermit. So the Hermit goes within to get their own wisdom, connects to their own inner light. And the Hangman goes within, meditate, but it's also to get a new perspective. So you're aware that you need a new perspective in life. You need a new perspective for this situation or with this person. You need a new approach. Okay, we got the Moon. Wow. Pisces again. Cancer, Pisces. You're unconscious, sensitive, inner emotions and responses. So now this is again about the quiet time, the going within. That needs to be part of your routine, that you're going within. All right, we're going to look at the area in your life that will be most affected the next 7 days. Third house, wow, communication, emails, computer, your potential to learn something, and also your local neighborhood, but this is also reading. Third house, that house of Gemini. So this is social media, this is emails, this is your computer, your laptop, doing business on it or communicating. So again, a lot to wrap up communication, finish up those communications, extend out and communicate, reach out. You may be doing it by, again, text or email. There could be a lot of writing that you're doing, maybe some kind of proposal. Some of you, I'm actually hearing book proposals, some kind of product that you're going to be working on. So the third house, there could be some things with neighbors, issues with neighbors, sound. You could hang out with your neighbor or do something with a neighbor or something with your environment, or some of you want to do something with the local environment. So it's going to be different for each of you, but it's definitely, so the area of your life is the third house, which again has to do with the idea of communication. Some of you could be siblings, family members, brothers, sisters, kindred spirits, connecting with people Again, I get this next 7 days for you is a lot about communication. Overcoming, let's do Kipper. Let's see what else soul story number 2 needs to know. Communication. Talk, speak, answer those texts, answer those emails, reach out. Yeah, look at this. Occupation. I didn't want to take this many, but since they came out. Yeah, it's all about work for you right now. The next 7 days, right? 7 to 10 days. It's about your work, your occupation. I think those emails are business, distant horizon. Some of you are planning something. You're planning something. I'm getting that as the overall arching theme. You may want to wrap up things because you're going on vacation, or you want to wrap up things so you can take some time off, or you may be wrapping up things because you're getting a promotion. You may be just looking ahead and planning ahead to get a jump on things. And then you've got pathway and you've got great fortune. So some of you, this is some kind of project. If you are an entrepreneur, or you're working with some kind of business project or starting to collaborate with someone, it's going to bring a lot of fulfillment. It's going to bring a lot of money. Great fortune. Whatever you touch right now has, if you're an entrepreneur or you're working on projects, has the Midas touch. And it's bringing some level of stability to you. So this may be getting back in touch with people about business, okay? Let's look at the Astro Dicey. Soul story number 2. This soul group need to know. Ah, Libra. King of Swords, right? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Got it again. So you've got the 6th house and Neptune and Libra. So this is also about something collaboration. And the ultimate collaboration is with Spirit or God, the all that is. So being that channel for your ideas or for your next steps and willingly do it. But this is also telling me that there are some kinds of collaborations that have to do with business and that eventually are going to change your day-to-day living. Now, honestly, I know this is only a 7-day reading, the next 7 days, maybe 7 to 10 days. But I can tell you, because I purposely looked at the whole cycle we're in the awakening, the year, the month, and how this the next 7 days applies. You're doing something that is going to greatly increase your income and how you live. And it does have to do with something, I would say, perhaps online, courses, classes, writing, something 3rd house, some kind of project or collaboration, something that goes into circulation. So get on it. Spirit is saying, get on it. Get on those texts. Get on those emails. Follow up. Follow up. People are waiting to hear from you. Alrighty. Your Soul Insights mantra to support you on this part of your path is, ooh, snap. I trust in the divine timing of things, and I follow through when I need to, or follow up when I need to. Okay, so some of you are waiting. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. You're waiting. It's not jumping right at things. You're figuring things out. I get it. I get it. I stand corrected. So yeah, you trust the timing of things. Trust what you're receiving. I mean, King of Swords is the, you know yourself. You're your own inner authority. All right, Soul Light, please let me know how this resonates and how it unfolds for you in the comments. I would so appreciate it. If you haven't yet, love a thumbs up and a subscribe. All right, see you in the next reading. Hello, Soul Light. If you chose Soul Story number 3, this is your reading. All right, I definitely feel a different energy with this soul group here for your soul story. I'm getting sparkle pony. You're a unicorn. You sparkle. And I mean it in the loving, sparkle pony in the lovingness sense, okay? You're quite unique, and there's something new coming in. This is also, again, the third eye chakra. So the third eye the next 7 days is going to be very activated. You're going to be getting a lot of visions and insights. You're probably going to be doing a lot of visioning or visualization. You've got a uniqueness that you know you're unique, and now it's about celebrating more of that. Let's see what the cards are. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is interesting. All right, a unique situation. You've got the Six of Swords. And this is definitely a time of a lot to do with clarity, communicating to get clear on things, but also moving past what was disruptive, maybe a lot of confusion, something you didn't understand, or maybe just a lot of work. Things are getting lighter for you. You've got the Seven of Pentacles. I'm actually going to put the cards out because I'm getting there's a fuller message for you, whatever that means. And the Queen of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands. Wow, Ace of Cups. So I'm getting two messages. One is definitely some kind of connection that either is going to happen the next 7 to 10 days or has happened. It's something very recent that has your heart opening and feeling very loved or fulfilled, or someone gets you, you get them. It could have to do with something that you've been planning or building, but you are at a time in your life right now. You've got to really kind of reflect on just how far you've come and what you know and where you're at and what you've built. So there's a real deep appreciation. I think people are seeing what you've done on your own. Perhaps you're drawing in people to help you. Again, I'm this unicorn. You chose that for a reason. It's like you are a unicorn amongst so many. You're very individualistic. You're very special, or have special gifts or talents or something special about you, or people perceive that. You do too. You have some kind of special gift that I feel is growing, or you're doing something with it. Now, this could also be on a business level the next 7 days, but definitely there's some kind of offer. You've got the Hierophant, Taurus energy. So far we have water here. We have water in the Six of Swords, even though it's an air card by air signs, but there's a lot of water there with the passage. So passage of time, going through an emotional time, coming out the other side. And then you've got the Hierophant, which is the higher self. It's connecting into our inner knowing, the higher self. But it's also the teacher. It's creating some kind of steps. There's some kind of steps that you're creating in your life, or you're seeing the steps. Some of you, this could happen to do with marriage or marital partner or getting married, or you meet someone that you're ultimately going to have a committed relationship with. That's the next 7 to 10 days whenever you see this. And then we've got the Devil, Capricorn, right next to the Hierophant. Okay, let's see. Well, you are bringing your dreams into reality. You are manifesting into reality. Now, I almost feel like almost every reading I talk about the devil, I need to put a link to my Don't Fear the Devil video. It's in the Tarot Talk playlist. I've studied the tarot for, I don't know how many, 25 years, maybe more, maybe 30. Esoteric wisdom, soul-centered astrology, not all kinds of tarot books, tarot teachers, and looking at it from an esoteric or occult meaning. It doesn't mean addiction or entanglement always. And probably on the Thoth deck, you can see that most, because in the Thoth deck, there are actually the genital and the sacs for creative energy. So it can, but creative energy, which is Kundalini energy, which the snake at the base of the spine, it can be sex, it can be orgasm, but it can feel like that and be creative energy. the passion that you have for creative energy. Like two actors having a romantic scene, or a kissing scene, or an intimate scene, or a scene where they're making love, a scene where they're having passionate sex. Do you see what I'm saying? It's all the same energy. You're cultivating this energy in the next 7 days. Something has got you with the 8 of Wands. It could be love. It could be just a great project, a great connection. I don't necessarily see other people here, except for there could be a teacher. There could be someone. Maybe you're the teacher. They're bringing the passion out in you, or you're bringing the passion out of them, or you both are teachers for each other, bringing out creative potential and passion. You're definitely downloading a lot from source energies, universe, God. You're channeling a lot. You're holding a high vibrational frequency of the all that is. And so you're learning how to manifest your dreams, your goals, your vision. You're learning how to manifest the higher vibrational principle on earth. That is the highest level of Capricorn, right? Why would the tarot have one astrology sign that's negative and bad, right? Capricorn rules the devil. So it has to do with structure and form. This is why the pentagram, in my sense, is why people didn't want to know this, and it's not in the books, is because a lot of books come from more of the Christian, mythos. And it's at Capricorn that you realize you're this creator. Not out of trying to control people or manipulate. That's the lower harmonic or lower vibration, but the higher vibration of Capricorn is the initiate. You get initiated into the higher senses, and that's Jesus Christ was born during the time of Capricorn. Most likely more in January than December. So the initiation is, how do you know that you're this channel for the all that is, or God, or source energies, and that you're meant to manifest, to create systems and structures, and manifest products and create things, organize things, not to enslave, or not in an addictive way. And that's why sometimes it's called the workaholic. But sometimes if you're an artist, you get caught up in working. Sometimes I'm up 3, 4 a.m. I'm doing stuff. I remember when I was first learning to podcast, and I was teaching at Agape Spiritual Center, and I had my clients, and I was doing workshops, and I had to learn how to, it was back in the day when you had to use an FTP account to upload stuff to some server. I really learned, early on, or I was doing, meditation videos and MP3s, and I had to do it, late at night, or when, or I'd have to get my DJ friends to help me, and then, they get up late. So, do you see what I'm saying? So sometimes this devil is like, you've got this creative energy that's happening, and you want to manifest, you want to create, you want to put something in form, you want to put it out into the earth. The caution would be, obviously, don't be a workaholic, don't do it to your detriment, or don't, recognize what's creative energy, and how is this creative energy meant to manifest? Is it a passionate project, or is it passion with a person? Or is it all of it? Is it everything? So you're definitely opening up this 7 days on to some creative potential, where you're going to be creating a lot. You're really going to be connecting into the creative aspect of your being to manifest. This is what the devil is all about, is manifested form. Same with Taurus. That's what the earth signs bring things into physical form. So this is all about manifesting your ideas. This is not about thinking, not with that 8 of Wands. And she's confident, the energy. This is the receptive energy of the male principle at the Queen of Pentacles. And that 7 of Pentacles, you may have to wait for things to build. You may not see all of it, but you're making something, you're planting something, you're nurturing your ideas. And then there's this amazing energy, this movement. And then we've got teeth. Take a big bite out of life. Yes, that's the passion. There it is with the devil. It scares people. Oh my God, passion. What if, oh my God, I have feelings for someone. Well, yeah, if you've ever had a great philosophical conversation, your all chakras are firing, it's like, wow. Whether it's a guy or a girl, or you're into the guy, you're into a girl, but whatever, it doesn't matter. You feel it, you feel alive, or swimming, or in the ocean, or hiking, or running, or surfing, you feel alive. And so this is about taking a big bite out of life. This starts now. From the time you're watching this video, get on ready. You are in activation mode. And it's stuff that brings a lot of fulfillment for you. Let's see your dream oracle card. Naked. Maybe some of you are going to be getting naked. Dare to bear it all. No, I feel the nakedness is you just being yourself more, your raw self. Like, look at this Hierophant is not like a stodgy teacher or a priest. He's laughing with joy. So yeah, you're going to be getting naked. You're going to be being more your authentic self. I got to put this here, naked. You're going to be naked. Okay, love it. Wow. So story number 3. Get on ready. Just, woo, look at that. Do you see how that just popped right out? Woo. Okay, review and reflection, time out needed. Well, you're doing that here, and you're waiting. Okay, so that's going to be part of the week too. I think because you're going to be feeling some feelings, and you're just going to be like, whoa, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? What's going on? Got the Moon card here. Same with the Pisces, taking the time out. Let's see, what do we got here? Dream card, let's look at this. Oh, I did this already, but I'm getting another message. There we go. Oh, I try to keep these readings shorter, but I get in this energy and I just, woo. Ooh, Akashic Records, evaluation and review. Okay, let me see something here. Wow. You're meeting someone that's going to be a major player in your life or open you up to more people. You've got evaluation and review, Akashic Records, and then you've got review and reflection, time out needed. And I get a Metatron energy with you. This is the Akashic. This is like destiny. You're about to meet not just one, but a few very important soulmates. I'm going to make a prediction. If you are not in a relation, you are going to be soon. Now, some of you, this is collaborative relationship. This is some kind of connection. Your yin to your yang in business, design, products, projects. If you're coupled, you're about to go to a whole new level. Look at those stairs of joy, love, fun, and commitment. And perhaps I would say with your partner, you're going to be doing some kind of special project, maybe a business together. Those of you that are single and not partnered, you're going to meet somebody very soon. It's written. Oh God, I can feel the energy in my crown. Wow. Yeah, it's written. It's this timing. It's written. This is, wow, you're coming up what we call reflection point. It's a turning point. It's an energetic turning point when everything starts turning around in your life. Wow. Let's see what area this is going to be most affected. What area? Wow, look at all the pink there. The rose, pink, and magenta. This is the heart chakra, personal love, healing love, which is either green or rose pink, and the magenta is connecting with your group souls, the oversouls, ultimately, community. So this is about connecting with a group. So if you have been feeling alone or on your own on your path, which I kind of feel like you have been on your own and or alone, you're about to meet with others. You're still going to be very independent because that's kind of how you roll, but I definitely, wow, this energy is just off the charts, Do you hear me? Off the charts. Okay, let's see. What are we looking at? Wow, second house. I'm going to do one more for you because there's so much happening. And third house. Wow. We got Scorpio came out here. The energy is intense. Well, what have I been feeling? You can feel it too. Masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. Well, Scorpio rules intestines, genitals. No, Virgo's the intense genital area. Creativity. This Kundalini energy, folks. Kundalini energy. Third house, second house, all about money, feeling your value. Look at this person values them. So I don't care if you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. Just look at that energy. Self-possessed, not arrogant, feeling pretty damn good. And I'm telling you, you feel good about yourself. This is about your self-esteem is up, your confidence. You see yourself as a resource. This is about putting yourself out in the world and being met by people, by groups, by community, by connections, collaboration, and sharing your gifts. Money. This is also attracting a next level financially. Third house, you're going to be doing a lot on the computer, a lot of writing, like internet, maybe apps. Some of you could be working locally. Maybe you could hang out at coffee shops, have meetings at different coffee shops or restaurants, something like that. I do get a very kind of bohemian energy around you. Wow, let's look at Kipper. Whew, what is Kipper going to say? I knew it. I'm not going to tell you yet. You got to wait, and then I'll show you. Oh, I'm so happy for you. You have really been working on yourself and your life, soul story number 3. Not that soul story number 1 and 2 haven't, but you've been, look at these waters, and she's by herself. This is the feminine part of you. You've had to use your intuition to guide you through a lot of loss, change, transition, up and down, tragedy. That's why you're a unicorn. We don't get the inner strength by going to a course or a workshop. The courses and workshops help you go through what it is that you went through in life, through the difficult stuff. Okay, let's just go here. We've got, high honor. Oh, why did I get so many? Okay, the first card that came out was main male. So somebody is going to be helping you. I think it's a man. I feel there's a man in your life or coming in your life or just came in that's going to be very helpful, supportive. In what way? Wow, mature man. There's a couple people. So you got a lot of help from the male sector. Now, I read the Kipper. They're pretty straightforward. Yeah, bringing change. So either both of these people you end up dating or just one of them that you end up connecting with, or they could be older, or they could introduce you to somebody that's older. But basically what I get is you're going to be, this next 7 to 10 days is all about meeting someone, or you already met someone that it's going to bring change in your life, change the way that you live. You're planning things. There could be a move, or you're contemplating a move to another area or out of the country, distant lands, foreign country. You're also going to be working a lot. You got toil and labor, and then you got high honor. So listen, the next 7 to 10 days, don't put off stuff, okay? Some of you like to put off stuff because you've been in this reflective mode. I understand. But you don't want to miss opportunities, and you want to keep this energy going. So it's really a time to do the work that you need to do. If you have ideas that you've been planting seeds, or you've been working on something, this is the week to follow through. Next 7 days, whenever you see this reading, the next 7 days is the time to follow through. And for some of you with the 3rd and 2nd house, it could be texting, it could be emails that you need to get to. You might talk to people that are out of the country and that are like, hey, have you ever thought of visiting, or do you want to come visit here? You've got a lot to do with communication with this 3rd house, people from the past coming back around, new people. It's just a highly activation time. This is one of the reasons I wanted to do this reading, because we are in this time of activation. And it is a cycle that is going to carry on for a while. And even in the astrology transits that are happening, it is all about activation. So this is a perfect time to do this. And I'll probably do more of these readings to kind of give people the pulse and help know what to do, whether you want to look at this as this week or whenever you're seeing this video, the next 7 to 10 days. But for sure, answer those emails, call. I really feel a lot of you, it's emails. You're probably going to be writing something. I don't know if it's a proposal or you just have to get some kind of content out. Get it out, do it, but do it your way. Just be the unicorn that you are. Your individual self is so beautiful, so amazing, and that's what people need to see, want to hear from. Just be you. You don't have to change anything. What you just need to do is follow the flow. Just activate. And everything else is going to fall into place. And you're going to see that in the next 7 to 10 days. You're going to see, wow, things are lining up, or wow, I see where this is going. Very up-leveling time for you. Okay, third house again, South Node, Aries. You can't do it alone. This means to reach out to community. You got Aries, South Node in Aries in the third house. Even though you can do it all your own, that Scorpio energy, no, you've got it. This is time to gather and get with others. Alrighty, your Soul Insights mantra to support you on this part of your path is I enjoy and love my soul expression, and I get great fulfillment by sharing my soul expression with others. That's all you're doing, unicorn. You're sharing your soul expression with others. That's what you're doing. You're very gifted, very special, very spiritual, very aligned. I mean, I could go on and on and on, but I think you really know, because you got the second house here also. You know the value of you. You know your uniqueness. And now it's like just getting out there, sharing. Just being you. That's all you need to do. Wow, lots of love and light, and let me know how this resonates with you in the comments.